Good evening. Philippine Coast Guard Commander Admiral Artemio Abu says the collision of vessels that led to the death of 3 fishermen has nothing to do with the issue in the West Philippine Sea. Abu makes this statement in an ambush interview, adding that the incident also has nothing to do with the issue in Scarborough Shoal, also known as Bajo de Masinloc. The Chinese Coast Guard recently placed a floating barrier in the shoal to supposedly prevent Filipino fishermen from fishing in the area, but the PCG has since removed the barrier. Meanwhile, PCG spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Commodore J. Tariela, clarifies that the collision between the foreign commercial vessel and the Filipino fishermen's boat did not occur within the immediate vicinity of Scarborough Shoal. The PCG says the incident happened approximately 180 nautical miles from Agno, Pangasinan.
I would like to clarify also na ito ay nangyari sa may karagatan ng Pangasinan. It's not within the immediate vicinity ng Bajo de Masinloc. So I would like to correct that statement na una naming na ilabas, na inuugnay natin ito sa Bajo de Masinloc.
Philippine Coast Guard spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea says the ramming of a Filipino fisherman's boat off the coast of Pangasinan that led to the death of 3 crew members appears to be accidental. In a public briefing, PCG spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Commodore J. Tariela, says with the initial information they have, the collision between the foreign commercial vessel and the Filipino boat was not deliberate.
As far as the initial information that we have right now, we can say na hindi naman ito talaga deliberate. Ito ay isang aksidente, walang kinalaman sa China, hindi ito nangyari sa Bajo de Masinloc, hindi ito yung mga naglabasang spekulasyon nga kahapon, na baka daw Chinese Maritime Militia or Chinese Coast Guard ang deliberately na.
According to Tariela, the conclusion was derived from the surviving fishermen's testimonies. The survivors said they were probably not noticed due to the bad weather and darkness at the time of the incident. He also says the PCG has reached out to the port of the foreign vessel, which was bearing a Marshall Islands flag.
We have already coordinated with them for them to be subject to much more thorough investigation and to confirm kung ang barko na ito ay dumaan sa area na sinasabi ng mga mangingisda.
China condemns the Philippines' latest resupply mission to BRP Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal, claiming Philippine vessels entered its waters without their permission. The Philippines earlier said it successfully conducted a resupply mission to the grounded ship despite the presence of and harassment by Chinese vessels. In a post on its website, China Coast Guard spokesperson Dan Yu says the Philippine supply ships entered without permission into the adjacent waters of Ayungin Shoal, which she referred to as Renai Reef. However, the National Task Force West Philippine Sea earlier emphasized that these resupply missions are a legitimate exercise of the administrative functions of the Philippine government over the West Philippine Sea. Since 1999, the BRP Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal has hosted a small contingent of Filipino military personnel. Ayungin Shoal is a reef some 194 kilometers off Palawan province and is within the Philippines' exclusive economic zone. The State Weather Bureau says Typhoon Jenny is now outside the Philippine area of responsibility, but parts of Northern Luzon remain under tropical cyclone wind signals. In its 5 p.m. bulletin, Pag-asa says Typhoon Jenny further weakened and was last seen 275 kilometers west-northwest of Itbayat, Batanes, outside PAR. It packs maximum sustained winds of 140 kilometers per hour and gustiness of up to 170 kilometers per hour. Signal number 2 is raised over Itbayat, Batanes, while signal number 1 is up over the rest of Batanes, Babuyan Islands, the northern portion of Apayao, the northwestern portion of Cagayan, and the northern portion of Ilocos Norte. Typhoon Jenny continues to boost the southwest monsoon or habagat, bringing light to moderate rains over the western portions of Luzon. The Office of the Vice President says it is working to verify the details of a viral video wherein a netizen allegedly captured a major road being closed off to let Vice President Sara Duterte pass. A viral video shows that an unidentified person had asked a police officer what was causing traffic in Commonwealth Avenue in Quezon City. The man in the video can be heard questioning if the road had been closed off to let Duterte pass through. The video has no indication of when it was recorded.
Boss, ano to? Ano po reason? Sino po ito? Sino?
VP. Nagkakagit lang po.
VP Sara. So sinara niyo yung Commonwealth para naman si VP Sara.
Dadaan lang po. Dadaan lang. Kukross lang po.
Wow.
Asked for a comment about this, the OVP tells INQUIRER.net that they are verifying the details of the incident. Duterte has been in Agusan del Norte since Wednesday, where she attended the 122nd Police Service Anniversary of the Philippine National Police Regional Office 13, as well as the World Teachers' Day celebration on Thursday. The Criminal Investigation and Detection Group says the 6 police officers tagged in the killing of 17-year-old Jemboy Baltazar have voluntarily surrendered to authorities. In their report, the CIDG says the 6 police officers surrendered to CIDG Lucena City in Quezon Province on October 4, following the issuance of an arrest order against them by Navotas Regional Trial Court Branch 286. The arrest warrant dated October 3 did not recommend bail for the 6 police officers who were accused of murder for the August 2 fatal shooting of Baltazar, who was mistaken as a suspect in a murder case. The CIDG identifies the police officers who surrendered as Police Executive Master Sergeant Roberto Joso Balais Jr., Staff Sergeant Antonio Balsita Bugayong, Staff Sergeant Jerry Sabate Maliban, Staff Sergeant Nico Pines Corollo Esquilion, Corporal Edmark Jake Sorbito Blanco, and Patrolman Benedict Danao Mangada. Earlier, the National Capital Region Police Office said it is reviewing the recommendation of the Philippine National Police's Internal Affairs Service to suspend 20 more police officers linked to Baltazar's death for 59 days. Jiu-Jitsu fighter Meggie Ochoa bags the Philippines' second gold medal in the 19th Asian Games. The two-time world champion struck gold in women's jiu-jitsu by downing United Arab Emirates' Balkis Abdullah by advantage in the 48-kilogram division final on Thursday. Ochoa clinched and immediately sent Abdullah, the current world champion in their division, to the ground. The 19-year-old Abdullah repeatedly tried to extricate herself from Ochoa's tight grip, but was overwhelmed by the Filipino until the clock expired. Tears of joy flowed as soon as Ochoa's hand was lifted by the referee after their 3-minute duel. She uncontrollably wept on her way to the athlete's dugout and shared how she was in disbelief about her win.
Thank you so much. So much happens lasted. For God's sake, I did not in the match before this match. I pulled my hip. I can't believe.
Alamin naman natin ang mainit na balita sa mundo ng showbiz kasama si Pauline Del Rosario ng Bandera. Pauline?
Hello Neil at sa mga kabandera natin all over the universe. Heto ang latest chika. Super happy at excited ang kapuso young star na si Jillian Ward sa kanyang upcoming project. Paano ba naman kasi natupad ng matagal niyang pangarap na maging isang superhero at action star? Bibida siya bilang Captain Kitten sa bagong episode ng Daig Kayo ng Lola Ko na mapapanood sa darating na Sabado, October 7. Kwento ng teen actress. Refreshing ito para sa kanya dahil matapos ang isang taon na puro drama, pinaghalong action at fantasy naman ang kanyang gagawin. Super thankful din si Jillian dahil hindi pa man natatapos ang kanyang teleserye na Abot Kamay na Pangarap. Heto't may bago na naman siyang regalo sa fans. At in fairness, Hindi raw nagpa-double stunt si Jillian. Chika ng direktor na si Rico Gutierrez, ayaw dayain ni Jillian ang mga action scene kaya siya mismo ang gumagawa nito. Ang kwento ng Captain Kitten ay tungkol sa isang estudyante na nabigyan ng superpowers upang iligtas ang mga animals na naaapi. At yan, ang latest bandera chika natin for today. Thank you, Neil!
Maraming salamat, Pauline. Here's the latest roundup of today's top stories. Philippine Coast Guard Commander Admiral Artemio Abu says collision of vessels that led to the death of 3 fishermen has nothing to do with the issue in the West Philippine Sea. Vice President Sara Duterte defends use of confidential funds, says anyone against the funds have insidious motivations. And Jiu-Jitsu fighter Meggie Ochoa delivers Philippines' second gold medal in the Asian Games. And these are the stories you need to know today. I'm Neil Mercado. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net. Good evening.